Hello there everybody, and welcome to this latest episode of the Burnley Career Mode. Now we're just coming up towards halfway mark of the season, as you can see, and if you look at the league table at the moment, and you'll see for yourself here, Burnley top by 7 points from Middlesbrough, and Burnley are actually 9 points ahead of third place Wolves, so a bit of a gap there for Burnley to play with, and a real opportunity to put themselves further away. We've got QPR now. It's Boxing Day. I hope you've had a good virtual Christmas, and I hope you're stocked up on peace and goodwill and Christmas pud and turkey and everything else, and you're ready for a Boxing Day feast of football from Turf Moor as Burnley play fellow relegated side from last season, QPR, who are struggling at the moment in 11th place in the table and are 8 points off a playoff place. So let's get over to Turf Moor as the Clarets, who are running away at the moment with the championship with 51 points, take on Chris Ramsey's underperforming Queens. Hello there and welcome to the Boxing Day feast in the rain at Turf Moor. No white Christmas yesterday, but certainly, hopefully, some picture-perfect football for us to enjoy here this festive season. Let's have a look at the two teams, shall we? Burnley make one change, and Nancy's in the central midfield where Joey Barney is out for injury, so David Jones comes in to replace him alongside Will Hughes. And Tommy Smith, of course, comes in as well for Jamal Lascelles, who drops to the bench. As for QPR, so that's two changes for Burnley. As for QPR, Alex Smith is his preferred in goal. Charlie Austin leads the line with Mackie and Hoyland on both wings. Sandro Fair capable holding midfielders as well. And Burnley, as you can see there, have the meanest defence in the championship with just 16 goals shipped. Middlesbrough with 22, followed by Forest with 23 goals conceded. So QPR in the hoop shirts to get us underway. Lucas Patwick, by the way, is the referee. And this will be a really tough fixture for both sides. Here's Boyd. An atmosphere around the stadium here today. Pilot. Boyd. And here's Gray offside. So a free kick to Queen's Park Rangers. Voted in this time. Austin was there. Cherry with him as well. And a goal! Well, this was not in the script, and QPR, who started the day 8 points off the 6th playoff place, of the final playoff place, so in front of 4,000 of their travelling supporters, go absolutely wild. There's the header back, and Cherry hits this superbly beyond the dive of Tom Heaton. It's a tremendous shot. Look at the way it curls and bends away and smashes into the back of the net. Wonderful goal. 5th goal in the league this season, and what a goal. And the Clarets trail with just 7 minutes on the clock. Melton. Away from his defenders, he's got Gray and Volks waiting in the centre. Chipped in there towards Gray, little grand header. Smith is with a save, and then the ball goes back across. And up for a throw. And in the end, it's QPR who get the decision. Perch with it to Mackie. Twisted and turned well the former Reading man, and give it away to Gray. 1-1. Burnley back on terms. Andre Gray again, and the roof comes off. It's a mistake here from Clint Hill. Not the brightest thing for Clint Hill to have done there, playing across straight to Andre Gray. Will punish you all day long for that. 1-1. A gift for Burnley there. And Gray gets goal number 14 of the season. So it's 1-1 here in this Boxing Day bonanza hit Turf Moor. A really unbelievable start here. Sandro, Hoylett. The tackle by Loughton. Hoylett has not kept that in. Boyd. Hughes. No, Joey Barton, who would have been a real subplot at that particular moment as Gray puts in Vokes. Smith is bravely out. The point of fact is given offside there against Sam Vokes. But I think the referee could have played on. I know in theory he's right to do so. A lovely first time ball, and Vokes is onto it like a flash. Challenged by Hull. Sandro. I'm trying to cut that out, but he didn't succeed. As we go halfway through the first half in the Turf Moor, here's Perch. Mackie on the overlap, but Perch decides to cross. Heaton gets a fist on it, and in the end a pretty decisive one, but Young knocks him back into the mix once again. Here's Hughes. As far as Angela. Sandro, Sherry. Sandro, Sherry again. Mackie. And Tommy Smith back there defending very well for Burnley there. A long ball over the top, but that should be the goalkeepers. Alex Smithies, former Huddersfield goalkeeper, of course. That's a promising England goalkeeper in the making. It is a chance, and over the top of the bar. Well, Shari coming very close. This is the equalising goal from Andre Gray. Given, as I say, on the plate to him by Clint Hill. Made no mistake. Smith. Loughton. Cut out by Young Sung Young. Angela. Fair. Austin giving away to Hughes. And the ball forward, and Jones is not offside here, and he shoots wide. Goal kick. But into a good position, Dave Jones, and just struck it wide. Goal kick to QPR. 1-1 is the score. One left, and it's Loughton to Keogh to Jones. Boyd chipped in there. Oh, goalkeeper took a chance and punched it away, and he had to go and take the lot if he could. But here comes Charlie Austin. Tommy Smith. Oh, he settled Smith's challenge very well there. And the QPR could be in business, but Tom Eaton again with a super punch. And just doing enough there. And here's Gray. And here's Andre Gray. He's through now. He's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. It's Gray. Saves. Boxon scored. He has done. 2-on. Right on the stroke of half time. Well, Gray should have scored really, but for a save by Smithies, the ball came out. And in came Sam Vokes from no more than 6 yards. To not into an unguarded net. And to put Burnley 2-1 up. Goal 8 of the season for Vokes. And boy, did he take it well. Half-time whistle has gone, and an eventful first half where QPR took the lead very early on through Shari, but then Gray got the equaliser not long after, and then right on the stroke of half-time, Some folks with a super goal has given Burnley a 2-1 half-time lead. Welcome back to Turf Ball, where we see a half-time change. Dwight Gale on for David Jones for the Clarets. And also Matt Phillips is on for Jamie Mackey. It means Boy will play the centre with Gale on the right. And the thinking behind that is Dwight Gale has more pace to burn. But he's stopped by Junior Hoylett, who's stopped by Will Hughes. He had to take him out there. He had no other choice. And I hope he doesn't go to his back pocket. No, he's going to go for the front pocket and give a yellow card. And I think that's the right decision. The QPR fans disputing that decision. And Hughes just protesting his innocence, but I'm not sure if he's got a case to answer here. Ball's got a long time before Hughes came in there. The referee pulls out the yellow card. 6 minutes gone then in this second half. Burnley 2, QPR 1. Here comes the free kick from the Rangers, and it's knocked away once more, and it's Gale now breaking out, and he's found Hughes. And Vokes is onside. He's got Gray for company. Gray, the flag has stayed down. And chip back across. Hughes! Oh, he fired it superbly into the net. Rifled it on the volley. And Smithies didn't even have a prayer. What a volley! 3-1. Whack! He's been sensational this season, Will Hughes. He really has. And that could be another crucial goal for him in the Championship. 10 goals this season. My goodness, they've all been priceless from that midfield area. And that £5 million outlay is beginning to bear fruit now. 3-1. Gray, Vokes and Hughes the scorers. And Shari pulling one back for QPR, or putting them in the lead at the time. Young, Keogh cuts it out. Here's Gray. Dwight Gale on the charge now. Vokes has got to just keep to the onside and off, and Gale has done exactly the same. 2 in the middle. Boyd is one, and he's missed it. Well, maybe Dwight Gale might have been better advised going alone there in the end. He went for the cross. He wanted to be very unselfish. And Boyd was in a great position just to nod it into the back of the net, and he just couldn't do so. And the one. And Geller. Phillips. And again Phillips. Sherry. Hoylett. Hoylett's cross, and it's in by Austin against his own side. And the game is not over yet by any stretch of the imagination, because Charlie Austin has just made it 3-2 here. It's actually quite a lovely move. Hoylett involved. And the ball back across, and well, he couldn't miss from there, could he? He had Bob open all hope of saving it. And it's Burnley 3 now, QPR 2. And what a thriller minute we've had here. Hughes. To Gale. Oh, superbly around the defenders. And now the cross. Green went for it, but lost it. Boyd will volley it back in again. The ricochet might fall for some folks. And in the end, it's out for a goal kick. If we see that goal again from the former Burnley striker Charlie Austin. Couldn't miss really from there, could he? And again, Burnley have a chance maybe to score one of their own. Here's Grealish. And, oh, they nearly did. Both getting up above everybody else to nod it just wide. And even Alex Smithers was struggling. Three-2. Austin. Phillips is on the far side here. and took the ball. Oh, he's given a penalty. Well, I have to say that's a big decision because Jordan Ibe, in my opinion, got the ball. Phillips is away. He's got the ball for me. That's a good tackle. Well, I can never... Well, that is a poor decision. And it gives QPR a chance to make it 3-3 when they shouldn't really be allowed to. That decision was mind-boggling. So Austin for his second goal against Tom Eaton. And it's 3-3. Well, what drama here at Turf Moor. Austin reels away and celebrates with his fellow colleagues. And Burnley are absolutely seething with the referee for giving a penalty which should never have been given in the first place. For a foul, I think unfair by Jordan Ibe. But when Ibe clearly got the ball, that is where the inconsistency of championship refereeing comes to the party. And Burnley were done by a couple of poor referee decisions against Preston North End, which cost them dearly in the end. In an earlier home match has been done again by another piece of poor refereeing once again. 3 each. And when Burnley thought they had the points wrapped and safety in the bag to stay at Turf Moor, well, they've got to think again. Hall is just about done enough. Perch was in there too. There's 12 minutes to go in this, by the way. And so there's plenty of time for a winner from these two sides. Burnley unbeaten in the league at home this season. Won't want to lose it to one of their rivals here. As Grealish cuts inside. Grealish! Brilliant goal! It's another classic here at Turf Moor. It's a 7-goal thriller. And Jack Grealish with a perfectly placed shot. We've seen some terrific goals from Burnley players here this season. And Grealish has just scored the very latest one here. It's not one of these games for goalkeepers. These are the nightmare ones for the goalkeepers. But we're as spectators watching in this and basking in the gloriousness of this sort of game. 4-3. Well, you couldn't begin to write the script. We've seen some great games here already this season, and now we're seeing another one being played to its full potential. Sandro. Grealish. Ibe. A lovely ball, but Miss Smithers was more or less on a head start on him. Gray. Can't break for Vokes. That should be Tom Eatons easily. Referee now checking his watch. And poor ball from Hughes. But have QPR got time to get it towards that Burnley area? That's making a stinker point. Sandro's need to get on with it quickly. Phillips trying to get away from Hughes. Hughes will snap with him now, but Phillips has beaten him. Good tackle. Oof. Well, the referee's on top of that. I thought it was a clean tackle. Oh, he sent him off. Keogh is gone. A red card. I can't believe these decisions by the referees here. And Keogh is having a right go, and Hughes is having a right pop as well. I can't. Well, he's got the ball again. Well, unless he's giving it for a tackle from behind, that amazed me really. That didn't really look any malicious. I've seen more malicious challenges than that today that have gone without a yellow card. So, well, you do the maths. Ball back, over the top. Burnley won. In the end, they had to end up winning it with 10 men, but what a performance they put up. And QPR 2, Austin got 2 goals, I think. But the winning goal came from Jack Grealish in the 82nd minute. And Burnley take the spoils. The final score then, as Turf Moor celebrates a very good victory, although Richard Keel was sent off for a challenge which to me looked a fair one, but Burnley still saw about their victory. And that goal from Grealish in the 81st minute is the difference. Burnley 4. Great result there. Burnley now 10 points ahead of Middlesbrough at the top of the table, with Wolves a further point behind. Now, we decided to sim this game against Reading because obviously we've got a player out. We've got 2 players out suspended, which is a 4-8 to be quite honest. And you know Joey Barton, it's even tougher. And well, just making sure. I think we might put. No, we'll put D Marnie on. No, we won't. He just realised that we've got a centre back out for a suspension. So in comes Michael Keane to come on. So let's see how we went on against Reading. Remember, we're Reading have won 2 of their last 3, but they weren't to be. They were to be beaten this time. 2 goals from Gray. Simon Cox pulling one back. That Gray got the winner in the 84th minute. So good way to end the new year. And then we move into the new year where the cup comes into play, and again another simulation, because it's all, to be honest, it's all about the league. A cup run is great, but at the end of the day you've got to have a look at it logically. We've got an offer from Hamburg, but we're going to reject all offers and and discourage teams from wanting our players, really. Joey Barton is staying on for at least another couple year or two. What we wanted, really. Shakir was actually beaten, is suspended, but we're going to keep the same team for the 3rd round FA Cup. What will be in terms of this, because as I say, it's not about the FA Cup this year, it's about getting promotion back to the Barclays Premier League. Stuart Downing has sunk us, and well, we could have lost by 2 as it turns out. They missed a penalty near the end, but we're not really worried about that, and it's all about league now, and just making sure now that we cross the line and win the promotion, and hopefully we'll do that. Andre Gray wants to talk wages. We'll talk wages with him in a minute or two. I understand there are certain players who think they should be worth more than what they are, and see what we could do here for him. There we go. Now what does he fancy? 25 grand a week. Right, we'll give him that. And we have another transfer line. He's unhappy. We've got better right backs in at the moment. We'll sell Darwin Clay to Ipswich Town. I'm quite happy for them to do that, so they're very much welcome to the play if they want it. Then we've got a next game against Charlton at Turf Moor. I would expect 3 points from this one, if I'm being honest. Although Charlton are on a good run of form, I mean, beating Bristol Rovers and Birmingham in their games, but Burnley just too good again. Vokes and Kiteley, the scorers. Grealish picked up a bit of a knock, but I think he'll be okay. I think with the next one. Or will he? It's only 4 days. So Barton is back fit and ready to go again. And not before time either, to be quite honest. It's amazing really. Andre Gray has accepted the offer. Now another away match, another difficult away match against Bristol City. To be honest, I'm not, as I say, I'm not really worried about the FA Cup. Some people will take a bit more seriously next year. One bigs. Let's just put Joey Barton back in. Jones has had a good enough run. Well, he's had a good run, but we think now with Burnley. It will be difficult now, as we just seen some of the players coming on. And no, Michael Keane in the side. He's going to be replaced by Andre Keogh. But Keane, however, will win a place on the bench alongside Marcel's, Likely, Keane, Barnes, Gale, Flanagan and Chilks. So I think some Burnley side there that are taking to the field. But not the Memorial Ground, but Ashton Gate, that's the word I was looking for. There were the two of the words I was looking for there. Ashton Gate. And another good victory there for Burnley. Grealish and Vokes on the mark. And we are now marching towards the League Championship now. And this is what we wanted to win all along, really. This is the big one. It was always going to be the big one. We're off for the cup action. And I'll just see if we have a game on before the end of January. We do. We play Fulham, and again we'll sim it. As I say, I think we're gonna have enough points in the end. I think if we keep doing the simple things right, I think we'll be fine. Smith got sent off, but we got a clean sheet, so not a bad result really. And that's it really. We'll do the transfer window in just a moment or two, but thank you very much for watching. We are top of the league and flying high. So until I see you for the transfer deadline, it's goodbye to now. Goodbye.